Well, hey guys, this is Brian from Team Hungry Turtle, and this is my first video Let's Play, and it's of Legend of Zelda the Minish Cap, one of my favorite Legend of Zelda games, and I'm just going to play through it. I'm using a Visual Boy Advanced emulator, so what I can do is, I can speed up through all this text. You might want to read all the text, and I suggest you actually play the game if you want to do that, and I'm sure you are if you're watching this. So, anyway, I'll give you the gist of what's basically happening without you having to sit through reading all the text. There's a lot of it. Basically, Legend of Zelda is about this guy named Link. And Link usually has to save the princess. But right now, the princess isn't in distress. Instead, she needs to go to a festival. So we're going to take her there. So we live with this blacksmith guy. He's an absolute jerk, actually. He gives us errands and things to do on our date with Zelda, the princess. So before we leave, let's just get the rupees in the room. So you could use R to lift things. You could also use R to roll. And that's all you could do so far. And if you played any Legend of Zelda game, a lot of them start off with you not having a sword or not having a shield or anything. So right now, you'll notice there's also no enemies. What's a Zelda game without enemies? So, follow her. So you're at a festival. Doesn't look like much of a festival, just a bunch of people walking in place. So this guy, he has a bell, and he has fruit. This guy has no bell, but he also has fruit. This guy has a bell, but he doesn't have fruit. This guy has people. That's what I call variety. This is a party. Anyway, she's bored of everything really easily, so just follow her around the town and eventually something interesting might happen. Like this. This guy is going to give her one of these 3 items, because she won a grand prize by doing nothing. And she takes the shield, which means we get the shield, which is always awesome. Use the shield by pressing A. Shield is in every Zelda game. So, here's our first enemy. Probably the easiest enemy ever, because you don't actually need to do anything to fight it. You just hold A, and you win. So, she follows you around for a little bit. Do a little bit of exploring. There's nothing to explore. Zelda's all about exploring. I always find that so much fun whenever I pick up a new Zelda game. Anyway, swords. Another sword. So let's learn about the history of the sword. It's the Picori blade, and it locks much evil away in the chest. It's sacred among the people of Hyrule, and long ago the Picori gave us the blade. And whoever wins the competition earns the honor of touching the sacred blade. So basically, if you win this competition, which we still know nothing about, you can simply touch the sacred blade, and that was all worth your while. Anyway, this guy named Vati ends up winning this competition, and he's going to be able to try to touch the sword, but instead he wants to, I guess, unleash all the evil onto the world. I don't know why, but he does, and she has the power of light, which makes her a threat. So, we decide that our tiny shield can stop a giant blast, and that was a poor decision. Zelda gets turned to stone. So if you can't tell what the plot is of the game already, you are Link. You have to save Zelda, because she is stone. You have to unstone her, or humanize, whatever. And you have to stop Vati from turning the world into darkness. So that's going to be fun. And you also have a third objective, and that will be revealed shortly. You have to recover the Picori blade to its natural form, and you're also given that sword that the blacksmith, he gave you it at the beginning of the game. And you have a map of Hyrule. That's always helpful. So, let's look at what we have. This we knew. And here's our map. we need to go to Minish Woods, and we're currently in Hyrule Castle Garden. Actually, we're in the castle, but whatever. So these are the areas we've been to, and there's no clear-cut way to get here, but these are areas. 5 areas. And we have this, and then there's this. Pieces of heart. These are things you get all throughout, all of the Zelda games, actually. And if you collect 4 of them, you get a heart container, which is the thing in the upper left corner. And there are 44 in the whole game. Ooh, enemies. So that's 11 extra heart pieces. Not heart pieces, heart containers. Which is 44 heart pieces. Which is going to be a lot, but we're going to get all of them. These enemies are really not a threat at all, so don't worry if they hit you. They do 1/4 of a heart damage each, and you can kill them with 1 sword slash. I do want to find a heart. There we go. I want to stay at my maximum heart level at all times. It's always a good thing. Let's enter this, the Lon Lon Ranch. So a lot of games in the Zelda series have a Lon Lon Ranch. Most famously would be Ocarina of Time, which is one of the better games in the series, if you ask me, which has a great Lon Lon Ranch. And there's nothing really to do here yet. There will be, don't worry, as if you were worrying. So, we're in Eastern Hills, a new area. We can get out of here really quickly because there's nothing to do here. But according to this sign, Minish Woods is the place we need to go. And it's straight to our right. So here we are in an area that we have not explored yet. I'm really bad at not getting hit right now. I don't know why that is. So let's explore the area a little. Same enemies as before. So far no new enemies that I can see. Door you can't open. Choo-choos. That we can't go to. So nothing to explore up there. Better go down here. And these are choo-choos, as I said before. They do 1/4 of the heart, and they take 2 sword slashes to kill. So they're bulkier, but they're not as stronger. And this is a tree stump. What is this tree stump? I don't know, but apparently I could jump on it. Well, that was fun. And I can't go there. So there is nothing I can do in this area. I'm starting to wonder where that guy who's gonna fix the sword would be. Oh, and someone screaming help me. Something. It's a hat. Alright. Well, seeing as the game is called the Minish Cap, you've probably already guessed that that was the Minish Cap, and that it was. That is a hat with a face, and that is what a game is named after. So let's run up there fast. Now I have to kill these Octoroks. Nothing too difficult. And this guy will talk to you. He apparently knows a lot about that Picori blade, and we learn his name is Ezlo. So we run away from him as fast as we can, and he jumps on our head. But that was unfortunate. So he really doesn't do much, except if you press select, he'll give you hints. He's like a Navi in Ocarina of Time. No one liked Navi. Or like Midna in Twilight Princess. People liked Midna. She was cool. But anyway, we have this tree stump, and we learned that if we step on it, our hair flows in the wind, and if we press R, he sings a song, and mushrooms, and we're smaller. Sounds like something out of Alice in Wonderland, but who cares? And this, which was a puddle, is now I'll show you, it's like an ocean. That means we drown. That is not good. So let's keep going. Up here is a new area, it looks like. Yep. We could speed through that, and we're in Minish Village. It appears we have found the Minish Village. Thank you, Captain Obvious. And these people don't even speak our language. that was the language of the Minish. So he tells us we should find someone who does speak our language. Well, thank you again. So up here, you'll see there's this thing, this crystal temple or whatever you want to call it, a shrine. And then we found another piece of heart right here. Well, that was good. That's our second piece of heart. We only need 2 more. And let's just go into this shrine. And, oh, he speaks English. That's good. And he tells us what we need to do. He says we need to find the Jabberknock. And that we could find in the barrel house. So that's going to be it for today. Thank you so much for watching. This was Brian with Team Hungry Turtle. Remember, if you liked the video, give it a big thumbs up, comment, subscribe, and come back next time. Watch part 2 and watch Joe and David's videos.